Cruisers have long been a staple of American motorcycle developers, and Indian Motorcycle is an integral part of that heritage. Power cruisers usually have larger engines, more horsepower, and better riding performance. So, let's look at 10 Indian power cruiser motorcycles for 2025. The 101 is Indian Scout on steroids. It sports an almost straight-up bobber build, allowing for the addition of the quarter fairing structure up front, of course. Stiff, inverted front forks come with a full battery of adjustments with adjustable piggyback shocks out back. Indian manages to cram all the mundane meters, infotainment goodies, and ride control features into the small, round, 4-inch color display to make the 101 Scout a technological powerhouse on two wheels. Power for the 101 Scout comes from a liquid-cooled V-twin engine. It pushes out 82 pound-feet of torque, but it's the 111 ponies that really push this Scout into power cruiser territory. Bar-end mirrors and heavily bobbed fenders join with some fabulous paint and graphics packages to add a custom flair. Indian's Chieftain serves as the entry-level model for its bagger lineup and is considered here for its torque output of 119 pound-feet that comes on fully at a low 3,000 revolutions per minute. The overall build borrows heavily from history with a stretched front fender complete with chrome war bonnet ornament, batwing-type fairing, and beer can-skirted front forks. A short windshield and built-in fairing vent ensure controlled flow through the rider's pocket with a reduced head buffet effect at the top for improved, long-distance, high-speed comfort. A 7-inch color display handles most of the instrumentation on the Chieftain, along with the Ride Command infotainment goodies and stock safety electronics. The engine is an air-cooled Thunderstroke 111 with a faux flathead mean meant to capture the look of yesteryear through its fake cooling fins on the rocker box covers and parallel chrome pushrod tubes. All this while, stock saddlebags add over 18 gallons of secure, dry storage space. Indian really swings into classic custom territory with its Chief Bobber Dark Horse model. The bike channels the look of the mid-1940s when the outgoing rigid rear ends briefly overlapped with the then-new, telescopic, hydraulically dampened front forks. Frame geometry is similar to the old rigid frames as well, and while Indian isn't going for a softail clone here, the laid-over and covered rear shock achieves much the same effect. Bobbed fenders and ample blackout coverage give the motorcycle its name, while laced wheels and fat tires complete the old-school custom elements. Indian installs its air-cooled Tier 2 Thunderstroke 116 with its 120 pound-feet of torque to hurl the Chief Bobber Dark Horse down the road at up to 115 miles per hour. Ride Command. Infotainment goodies come alongside ride modes, ABS, and rear cylinder deactivation as stock equipment. The Super Chief Limited is a favorite model from Indian's current lineup. It's similar to the Heritage Softail Classic from Harley-Davidson with its fat skirted front end, large old-school windshield, and stock saddlebags. Bobbed fenders, laced wheels, and fat hoops add to the classic custom vibes. Hardtail-esque frame geometry plays its part in setting the stage for this bike, which looks like it rides off the pages of a history book. Naturally, the Thunderstroke engine brings a whole new level of yesteryear with its fake flathead design that relies on false cooling fins on the valve covers and parallel pushrod pairs to sell the illusion. The Thunderstroke 116 delivers the goods with 120 pounds of grunt on tap, and the Ride Command infotainment and ride modes come stock. The Chief Dark Horse goes for a more modern look with cast wheels, unskirted front forks, and a skinny front hoop. But it retains the custom element with bobbed fenders and plenty of blackout paint. Power comes from a Thunderstroke 116 with 120 pound-feet of torque on tap. However, the old-school look of the mill is largely negated by the black coverage that homogenizes much of the detail. Ride Command. Infotainment goodies deliver GPS support, customizable instrumentation, and live weather updates. Dual-channel ABS, ride modes, and rear cylinder deactivation comprise the electronic rider aids. A quartet of colorways dresses up the Chief Dark Horse with a drag-style handlebar and stock solo saddle, but the Chief Dark Horse is a nearly blank canvas that practically begs to be customized. Another fan favorite, the Sport Chief has an unmistakable West Coast vibe due to its bullet fairing, short windshield, Mustang-style saddle, and tall 6.5-inch machined handlebar clamp risers. Bobbed fenders lead and trail with a 4-gallon teardrop fuel tank in betwixt. Inverted KYB forks and Fox piggyback shocks complete the hang-on equipment. Like the rest of the Chief line, the Sport Chief comes only with a 4-inch color TFT screen for all the instrumentation, along with control over the Ride Command infotainment bundle and the Ride Control electronics, all in one convenient location. A built-in modem provides access to real-time weather and traffic updates, plus a bike health and bike locator feature for peace of mind. ABS, ride modes, and rear cylinder deactivation come with the stock equipment package. The Springfield Dark Horse serves as a contemporary version of the classic Springfield, with a healthy dose of custom goodies thrown in for good measure. Machined cast alloy wheels set the modern stage along with the copious blackout treatment that introduces a custom element. But it is offset a bit by the classic beer can fork skirts, headlight nacelle, and of course the engine itself. The mill is a sort of faux flathead, made to look so by the false cooling fins cast into the valve covers, side valve head shape, and dual parallel pushrod tubes. It cranks out 126 pounds of grunt with stock ABS and ride modes, but no infotainment fandanglery. A set of color-matched 18-gallon hard bags adds utility all the while. This Boulevard Bruiser rocks a modern build, but with proper homage paid to its old-school roots. Cast alloy wheels roll with machined flats over blackout for a nice contrast that catches the light and the eye. The full-length front fender has shorter sides so as not to hide that beautiful front wheel, and comes with a blackout version of the venerable war bonnet fender ornament. A Batwing-like front fairing and short windshield provide some pilot protection. Behind that fairing, a 7-inch color TFT display, Ride Command Plus, and onboard modem come stock with the full range of real-time support systems, navigation, weather, and traffic. Remote locking color-matched saddlebags provide 18+ gallons of secure dry storage capacity. Upgrade to the Powerband audio package and share your tunes with everyone. Indian's Challenger Dark Horse sticks with the bags and fairing, but instead of the fork mount Batwing fairing, it's the fixed, shark nose-like structure with its short windscreen and wide proportions. A full-length fender rides over the 19-inch front wheel, but with high sides and the classic war bonnet fender ornament. A relatively new, liquid-cooled Power Plus engine delivers the goods with 122 ponies and 128 pounds of grunt. The Smart Lean technology reads the inertial forces acting on the bike and adjusts its ride control systems accordingly to include dynamic traction control, ABS, and drag torque mitigation. An onboard modem makes the connection to the internet instead of your phone, which marks the next generation of networking. Infotainment tidbits are plenty here too. Indian chose its Challenger platform as the basis of its creme de la creme offering, the Challenger Elite. This sled builds on the brilliance of the base model with some extra goodies to go with its fabulous paint and graphics package. There's no denying that the black with red and pearl trim is a winner, and it sets the Elite version well apart from its base. Naturally, the Challenger Elite's status as a limited edition unit gives it an extra element of exclusivity. Electronically adjustable rear suspension adds extra comfort on the fly with 4.5 inches of travel to soak up the road punishment before it finds your kidneys. This bike comes with everything but the kitchen sink: lean-sensitive ride control electronics, a full infotainment package, 18.6 gallons of storage, heated grips, and all LED lighting. It has an onboard modem for network support so you can call up real-time info on weather, traffic, and navigation.